Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Cassie. I'm from Cassie Paul Wellness. I'm a yoga and fitness instructor, a run coach, and I host wellness retreats. Today I'm going to be reviewing the BMO 2024 Vancouver Marathon. I would like to show you the bib that I have. So I ran the full marathon this year. It was in May. It's always the first weekend in May, and this is the beautiful medal that you will receive after completing the race. I think this race is fantastic. I run it pretty much every year. I would give it a score of 9 out of 10. I'll give you a little info. So these are my thoughts, and everyone's experience is going to be a little bit different. So take what you will. This race is a pretty challenging race. I would say the course is a little bit hilly. So you first start out in Queen Elizabeth Park, and then you run up through UBC, and there's the Camusin Hill. So dreaded by some people. I definitely recommend giving it a go before the race. So I headed out there with my run club to do some hill repeats there, and that was really helpful. Instead of just visualizing, you actually get a sense of what that hill feels like. It's about a 1.5 kilometer hill. Don't quote me on that, but once you get to the top, you run through a bit of a forest. So this race is all on pavement, and you go up through UBC. My favorite part of the race is coming down through Spanish Banks, and then you hit the halfway point. Doesn't mean it's easy after that. This race, like I said, it's pretty challenging, even though the last half, there's a slight rolling hills, but the last 10K is around Stanley Park, which is quite flat, but I find it very challenging. You can really see those runners kilometers away around the seawall, and it just feels like it's never ending. This race is a little bit grueling, I must say, but the volunteers and the vibe really make up for that, and it's one of my favorite races, so I continue to do it every year. Before the race, you will head to the Vancouver Convention Center to grab your bib and your shirt. So there's a great expo. There's lots of opportunities to try different nutrition, grab some new clothes or some sunglasses. FYI, I'm not sponsored. I do use Gooder sunglasses, so it's always a great opportunity to buy some new sunglasses, which are really affordable and comfortable. Okay, $5 before the race, so it does fill up, so you have to pay weeks or months in advance, but for $5 you can take a shuttle to the start, which is what I also do every year. So the buses will meet at different locations throughout the Lower Mainland, taking you to Queen Elizabeth Park. After the race, there's lots of opportunities for food, for picture ops, and there's music. It's really like I said, one of my favorite races. Not every year do I PB, but I have worked my time down. So I'm working with a coach now. And prior to this race, I had never sub 4 before. I was always around 4:13 to 5.5 hours was my marathon time. And although I really got in those long runs, I failed to really make speed work a priority or tempo. I would kind of just run 5Ks, 7K fun run with a run crew, but I did always make my long runs a priority, which enabled me to always finish a marathon pretty strong, considering my mileage wasn't very high for my weekly mileage. So this year was my first year that I really put in the work, and I saw great results. I subbed 4 for my first time ever. It was a 3:58, I believe. And it really felt great, even though I slowed down a lot towards the end. It wasn't my best race. I definitely hit a wall, and as for nutrition, all I used was maple syrup. Can you believe it? No gels, nothing. I'll get into what I'm doing now. Since BMO, I've done one other marathon, so I will add a link to that video. So that's my Jack and Jill marathon in Washington that I did last week. So if you'd like to learn a little bit about that race, I encourage you to like, follow, share, all the things in the comments. And I'm Cassie Paul Wellness on Instagram.